3 decades later, and coming to America is making a long-awaited royal entrance with a 21st century spin that's sure to keep audiences laughing for years to come. Take a look.
You are the heir to the throne.
Yes, my son.
Children, this is your brother.
Hey, Quay. I'm sorry I slept with your man.
Joining me now is Kiki Layne. Kiki, you play the regal Princess Mika in the film. Tell me about your character.
Mika is the eldest daughter of Akeem and Lisa, and one would think that makes her the rightful heir to the throne of Zamunda, and yet that is challenged in this film because she is a woman. And so we get to see Mika, trying to fight the powers and traditions that maybe don't make as much room for women leading as, they do the men.
The second I saw her, I was like, she's born to lead, obviously. But hey, that's one of the messages in the movie with girl power. Why do you think that's so important right now?
I mean, it's so important because it's obviously it's something that we know has been a prevailing issue from the beginning of time. And even in this film in particular, I'm sure there's so many women that can relate to moments of knowing they are the most qualified for the job, the most qualified for the promotion. And yet, they can't get it simply because they're a woman. And we hear about that glass ceiling all the time. And so to see a literal princess hit that same glass ceiling, I think it's important in this time. We've been having more discussions about that. And I think women have been, in the past few years, becoming more vocal about proper representation and proper access to these things and, proper give me what I'm due. And so to see them, bring this film from, the late 80s and now to include that in the sequel, I'm grateful, that they did that, speak to the times that we're in.
Something that's very entertaining about Mika is that she is strong and quite the fighter. I love that scene when she just knocked all those dudes down. Was so needed. Yes. How did you prepare for that? I mean, I know you have a little bit of combat history with the old guard. So, I mean, what would it take to really prepare for that action sequence?
Well, what's crazy is that I actually went straight from shooting the old guard right into shooting Coming to America. I maybe had 2 or 3 days in between the two films. Truly between wrapping the old guard and my first day of work on Coming to America, only a couple of days. So I was very prepared to be a fighter, to pick up a weapon, to whoop somebody's ass. I was ready. So I'm very grateful for that because, once I step onto that set and, they're handing me a machete or handing me a bow staff, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do the thing.
That's amazing. And do you think that this could be something of a future for you, more action flicks like this?
I would love to. It's really fun to be challenged physically in that way and to tap into physical storytelling because, all of those fights, all of that choreography, it is a version of storytelling as well. So it's actually really cool to start learning more about what it means to tell a story in that way and how that can kind of make a story blossom, make a character blossom, depending on how they fight. So it's definitely something I want to do more.
Did you follow the original Coming to America and what inspired you to hop on to this role?
Oh yeah, I watched the original all the time growing up. It's one of my family's go-to family films. Because it doesn't get old. You laugh just as hard now as the first time that you saw it. It's such a classic. And so to now be able to be a part of the second one, it feels insane and it feels really special because, of course, my family is always excited when I book something, but because my family has such a, their own personal connection to the first film, it makes being a part of the sequel feel, that much more special, something that I'm really sharing with my family.
Were they saying some lines to you from time to time from the movies and asking you to quote them back? That's what I would do.
We do that even before I was in the sequel. It's such a quotable movie. There's so many great lines from the first one. So we're doing that regardless.
And you were working with legends, the icons of the movie. Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, and a bunch of other incredible actors such as yourself. What was it like working with all of these incredible cast members behind the scenes?
I mean, it's amazing, to step on set and know that I am truly working with people who have mastered their craft, and especially mastering the craft of comedy. I remember one of my teachers in college saying, it's easier to make someone cry than it is to make someone laugh. So to be surrounded by people who have really, tapped into, being so great at doing that, and especially, being great at bringing joy and laughter to people, and I just get to bear witness to that and be on set with that. It's incredible.
And it will be the next movie for the next generation of not only Americans, but maybe Zamundans. I don't know if that could be a thing. What do you hope that this new generation takes from coming to America?
It's exciting. They definitely really made family a big part of the second film. And, even the fact that this one's PG-13, so people can really bring more of their family to it. I think that that's something that, it's not by accident. And I hope that I don't know, I hope, especially after the year that we've all had, right now, I think the thing that I hope that people take away the most is really just a moment, just a little bit in time to just tap into some joy and some laughter. We've all been through so much in this past year. And so I think to be able to be a part of something that, people can share laughter with each other. Yeah, that's my biggest takeaway right now.
Well, I have to tell you, I was laughing the whole way through with this movie. So I think it's something that everyone has to catch. You have to go on TuneIn to Coming to America, streaming on Amazon Prime on March 5th. Kiki, Layne, thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.